So guys, so I just got done seeing Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I all right. So this was not a great movie. I barely even call it a good movie. I actually can't even say that, to be honest. There were parts of it I had fun with. Visually, it was great to look at. Um, I kind of already expected that anyway. Luc Besson's movies always look good. Um, a lot of the CGI and stuff was like way out there. And I'm not saying that's a good thing either, but it's just, it was interesting to look at. The acting, man, was bad. Like, the only, all right, the guy who played the general, I'm not talking about Clive Owen's character. Clive Owen sucked too in this. I hate that I don't know his name yet. I haven't looked it up, but he plays the general in the movie. He's kind of like Valerian's superior, direct superior, right above him, pretty much. And he acted everybody under the table, man. He was the only guy during the whole movie when he spoke. I was like, I believe what this guy's saying. Even he had his bad moments, but like nowhere near as bad as our leads, Dane DeHaan and Carol Devlin. Like, just, and you know what? I feel like they're both actually talented. I've seen Dane DeHaan in some stuff where he's good too, and Cara Devlin, I haven't really seen too much from her other than in a Suicide Squad. But I feel like she's probably not that bad. Maybe I'm just being nice right now, but Dane DeHaan, dude, was just, I've never read the Valerian comic. From what I've been told, this guy is supposed to be like a super badass. And I know it's a really old comic, like he was basically Han Solo before Han Solo was even Han Solo. So he's like one of the original like cool space heroes. Dane DeHaan, I'm not quite sure why he was cast. I'm not saying this to sound malicious or mean or anything, but like the dude didn't have, he has charisma, but he doesn't have the charisma for that kind of character. And I know he's an actor, and yes, he can, no. he was really horribly miscast. Cara Devlin was kind of just eye candy, and I didn't want to just see eye candy in this movie from a female. I wanted a real character. I wanted somebody, I wanted to see something more than that. Yeah, and Clive Owen was just, what? Dude, no. Like, I don't know, I think it was the writing, man. Like, this character just seemed like really outdated. It seemed like I said, I know the comic book's really old, and it felt like this is something Luc Besson, who I love as a director, his last few movies have not been great, but this is something that he's been wanting to do for so long. Like, this is what inspired The Fifth Element. Like, he made The Fifth Element because he couldn't make this at the time. So, the characters just felt really outdated. The dialogue felt outdated. It just felt like, something that should have been made, honestly, in the 80s, and it would have been cool still. And that is like the last time period where it probably would have been cool. Even in the 90s, it probably would have been like, this is really super cheesy. So yeah. A lot of people were saying online, like I've heard people were saying like it's a misogynistic film. I don't know what they're talking about there. I think people were just bitching to bitch at that point. I didn't see anything misogynistic about this movie, to be honest. Like, yeah, no, I don't know what people were talking about there. I really don't. If you do know what they're talking about, or if I'm just mistaken, like, please tell me in the comments below, because I really want to know what people were talking about. Like, I did not see, other than the character of Valerian being like a playboy and stuff, like, you don't even really see him do anything other than flirt with Rihanna and flirt with Carol Devlin's character, Laureline. Oh, another thing, Rihanna, acting wise was, it's the best she's done so far, but that's not saying very much at all. But I will say that her dance sequence was probably one of the most entertaining parts of the movie. It was beautiful to see, very well put together, and it was sexy as hell. Very cool burlesque scene. Yeah, and it wasn't just because of the sexuality. It was actually like a really well choreographed scene, seriously. And the way it was shot and edited together by Luc Besson was, or whoever did that shot specifically, I'm guessing it was Luc Besson or probably, you know, whoever, the CGI guys too, but like, it looked really, really nice, and it was a cool sequence. Yeah, I just didn't really care too much about like the villains or the villain and stuff in this movie. Like there was no, I never felt like these guys were really in danger, to be honest. I felt like there were no stakes in this movie. And yeah, the acting, dude, the acting just constantly kind of took me out of it. Like, excuse me, visually, like I said, visually it's very nice to look at, but like there was nothing that was making me really want to hold on. Yeah, so I'm not saying don't go see it, because I still feel like it was sort of fun to watch, but I also don't think a lot of the reviewers are wrong, but it is getting nah. It wasn't good, man. I can't say this movie was good. I can't. I really can't. It had some fun parts to it, like shit most movies do anyway. Like that's not saying much either, but like it was just really outdated. This is a movie that should have been made a long time ago, man. A long time ago. And I'm not sure about the whole story, but I'm guessing Luc Besson didn't have the budget to like make it look the way he wanted it to look. Seeing Fifth Element though, it's like, why couldn't you could have made this, I think, back then. But like I said, even back then in like the late 90s, it would have been kind of crappy too. But you know what? Go see it. Go make your own opinion. I know a couple people who've seen this movie and they absolutely loved it. Like the story, acting, and all. They didn't care. Like they thought that everything was a nice package. So it just goes, I mean, cinema's all about, it's all subjective, man. It's all subjective to who you are and what you like to see and what you want to hear, what story you want to be hear told. So yeah, go make your own opinion, guys. Like this is just my opinion. I'm not a film critic, and honestly, film critics fuck them anyway, because like their job is literally just to like say some shit to get the movie like not really publicized, but like that's just their job. That is their job, to make up pieces so they can have something for people to talk about and look at their site and whatever, or their paper. Sorry, I just got a text. So yeah, go see the movie, make your own opinion. Yeah. All right. I had fun, but it's not a good movie. All right, thank you. Bye bye. Talk to you guys later. All right.